What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today I'm going to talk to you about the top 5 squeeze stocks to add to your watch list for this upcoming week. So I'm going to go over all that, but first, make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Always greatly appreciate that. And with that said, let's get right to it. So starting off with data. Monday is a holiday in lieu of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So starting on Tuesday, it is going to commence with bank earnings. I'm going to go on that or talk on that in a second. But there's two things to watch for data point wise this upcoming week. Retail sales, and a lot of institutions have said time and time again that right now it is the data. Data is going to drive where the market goes. So starting off with retail sales on Wednesday, January the 17th is going to be kind of a good thing. It does show flat, so the retail sales on a month over month is 0.3%. So not all that high. As well, the only other thing to watch for is just the ton of Fed speakers throughout the week. So let me know your thoughts on that. When it comes down to earnings though, these are the companies going to be unveiling it. So Tuesday before the market does open, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley. Another hot one probably is going to be just Charles Schwab. So Wednesday and Tuesday before the market does open. Aside from that though, I feel like it's just going to be a negative viewpoint as a carryover from last week, especially with a lot of the banks unveiling their earnings and kind of signaling a slowing. And that is exactly what the market does not want, is slowing. So especially Wednesday with retail sales, Tuesday with other banks, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, and whatever else, that is going to drive where the market does go, in my own opinion. So technically, if this data is good, then you are going to see a continuation of a nice rally potentially, and in turn, that is going to cause some shorts to close out their positions, because a lot of them that is on this list, they are overextended. So starting off with stock number 5, plus on a side note, I do have a bonus one, so it's going to be 5 plus 1. But again, stock number 5 is going to be this one. So ELVN Therapeutics, tickers ELVN, on Friday did have a fairly good day, up 7.24% over the last 1 year, down 31.97%, and in 2024, not necessarily the best, down 11.13%. And as you can kind of see, this is what they are all about. So you can pause it, go through it and everything else. And like I said in previous videos, all these companies have been vetted to ensure that they have not done any reverse stock splits. And you can kind of tell that right here. If you are looking for a lot of good compiled information, such as historical pricing, the last PRs, SEC filings, everything to make yourself a better investor, take a look at Seeking Alpha Premium. I have a 7-day free trial for you in the description below and also the comments. So take advantage of that. Highly recommend using this tool. But once again, it's the data points. That is why this company is on this list as stock number 5. Utilization is 61.97. Short score is 88.52. And right now, it does show the short interest being 48.59% of the free float is being shorted. Very, very high. 5.52 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost of borrow average is 9.28. On Friday, shorts did increase just about 40,000 shares. And through Interactive Brokers, short availability does indicate around 90,000 shares is available to be shorted. So like I said, kind of overextended. Stock number 4 is going to be Fisker. So this one has been beaten down very, very much over the last little bit. So on Friday, it went down about 1%. On the last 1 year, down 87.2%. And in 2024, hasn't been its friend, down 41.43. In case you do not know what Fisker is all about, this is it. So obviously an EV and whatever else. And looking here, utilization is 98.77%. Short score is 86.45%. And right now, 50.91% of the free float is being shorted. So 51%, that is crazy high. Fisker's always had a fairly high short interest and has never really made the top 5, but over the last little bit, especially as it did near $1, I believe on Friday it did break below that, but shorts are just all over Fisker. Of course, somewhat justified. They haven't really had the best operational updates and a lot of VP mess ups. So I don't know. I feel like they do need to get their stuff together. But aside from that, you guys do your own due diligence on all these stocks. If you are interested, like I said, just kind of research it a little bit further and whatever. But like I said, 50.91%, 109.01 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost of borrow average is 41.39%, and on Friday, surprisingly, shorts did return 404.77 thousand shares. So the fact that Fisker was red and they returned, I see that as optimistic. About 350,000 shares is available to be shorted as of right now. Moving on to stock number 3, Biomea Fusion, and on Friday it went down 0.62%. Over the last 1 year is up 110.66%. So this one isn't your typical squeeze play, and in 2024 it is up about 5%. This is what they are all about, so you can kind of see that right there. And also on a side note, if you are looking for me kind of going deeper into these videos on the top 5, such as what Wall Street is looking at, so the analyst ratings, I can do that going forward. So if you're interested in more of a deeper dive, just anticipate these videos to be a little bit longer. But if you are interested, throw that in the comments below. But moving on to some of the data, utilization is 78.9%, short score is 77.11, 51.6% of the free float is being shorted, which has gone down in fact over the last little bit. But 45,000 shares is available to be shorted through interactive brokers. 9.98 million shares overall are being shorted. 23,000 shares were increased on Friday, and 2.74% is the cost to borrow average. So kind of interesting stuff. Stock number 2, RILY Financial. So this one's been oddly very heavily shorted over the last little bit. On Friday, it went up 1.53%. Year to date, so in 2024, up 10.39%. And over the last 1 year, down 41.77%. So RILY has been on this list a couple times, both when I was going over the short score and also the short interest. So it's kind of hits both criterias. This is what they are all about right here. And starting off with data, utilization is 96.39%, short score is 93.18, 67.86% of the free float is being shorted. That is crazy high. 11.04 million shares overall are being shorted. On Friday, similar to Fisker, shorts did return about 385,000 shares, so that's kind of an optimistic viewpoint. Cost to borrow average is 110.39%, and around 400, so just measly 400 shares is available to be shorted. So interesting stuff. Stock number 1. This one is actually very popular as a squeeze play, but Bowlero Corp, ticker's BOWL, on Friday went down 2.38% over the last 1 year, 16.75%, and 16.1% in 2024. This is what they are all about right here. So leisure facilities, and yeah, kind of interesting. Moving on though, utilization is 93.98, short score is 90.08, and 94.72% of the free float is being shorted. And like I've said, I did have to double check to ensure that this company and any of these companies have not done any reverse stock splits, because sometimes Ortex takes a couple days, at least a week, for them to adjust the new outstanding share count, and a lot of these numbers get skewed. So that isn't the case. This does have 94.72%, very high. 19.72 million shares overall are being shorted. On Friday, shorts did increase about 245,000 shares, so not the best, still doubling down somewhat. Cost of borrow average is 17.43%, and around 150,000 shares is available to be shorted. So that is your top 5 squeeze stocks. The +1 bonus is going to be probably one of my favorite squeeze stocks out there. I'm sure you guys already know that by now. That is Beyond Meat. So BYND, I don't think it needs any introduction. This is what it's all about though, in case you are curious. But on Friday, it went down 2.2% over the last 1 year, down 54.18, and in 2024, down 15%. But data points though, utilization is at 100%, short score is 94.35, 38.65% of the free float is being shorted, which in general is still relatively high, but 23.85 million shares overall are being shorted. 843,000 shares were returned on Friday. So maybe shorts are anticipating a kind of a nice bounce potentially, because there was a lot of selling off that did occur on Friday across the board, but around 100,000 shares is available to be shorted through interactive brokers, and 201% is that cost to borrow average. So this stock has always been very heavily shorted, has been on the threshold list numerous times with no avail. So who knows? Definitely this one could have something, might not. We just have to wait and see. When it comes down to trying to coordinate a short squeeze, or at least just predicting a short squeeze, very, very hard. So this is why I said add all of these to your watch list, because you never know which one will squeeze and potentially when. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. What other stocks do you think are going to squeeze this upcoming week, and potentially why? So throw that in the comments. I'm very interested to hear about that. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And one final thing, this promo has been extended with Moomoo up until January the 15th. Simply sign up for an account with Moomoo, throw $100 at it, and you get 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. So take advantage of this while you can. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.